Hello everyone, I'm DW and welcome back to Orcs Must Die. Today we are taking on Reverse Tower, which is the second level of the Lost Adventures DLC, and is unique in the Orcs Must Die franchise as being the only level that is a reverse version of a previous level, which this level is of course a reverse version of the tower. And it's also one of my favorite levels. You'll see why in a bit. The solution that we're going to be using is very similar to the solution we used for the regular tower, but yeah. So it's great that there's a wonderful level after a really terrible level. So yeah. We also have a brand new enemy in this level that can be rather tricky to deal with. Fortunately, we won't have much trouble dealing with them. We'll see that in a bit. In fact. So yeah. So this level, it's just like the tower, except that you have a gate up there and the rift is down there. We have a bunch of lava, which we'll be making use of. We have this weird platform where we could put archers if we were so inclined. We have a ballista we won't be using. We have a teleporter over there. So let's get set up with our spellbook.
Hey, can I get a little help?
Of course, we're going to go with the Steel
It's
Weaver.
about to get dark in here, friend. Until later, I suppose.
And by the, yeah, anyway, so enemies, we have runners. We have a ton of runners. A lot of sappers on this level. Lots of sappers on this level. So many sappers. Gnolls. Gnolls are going to be a problem early on, but eventually they'll be fine. So yeah, fire ogres. You know how the original tower was like, hey, I hope you like ogres. Well, this level is hey, I hope you like fire ogres. There are a lot of fire ogres, but they're not going to be any issue. Orcs, whatever. Now, the new enemy. Frostbats. Frostbats suck. So, unlike fire bats, when a frostbat hits you, it freezes you. You can't move, you're stuck in place, you can't attack, and it's awful. So we do not want to be attacked by a frostbat. Unfortunately, like the Cyclops sorcerers or Cyclops mages, frostbats are very rare. I think they're in one other level. Anyway, we're going to bring our wind belt, our flame bracers, our brimstone, our tar, our arrow walls, our push traps, our spring traps, our auto ballistas, and our shock zappers. You know, I've really come around to the auto ballistas. Anyway, so our first setup is we're just going to place 6 spring traps right here. And then we're going to place another spring trap right there. So what that'll do is it'll fling guys up, they'll sometimes hit the ceiling and they'll fall right in the lava. Sometimes they'll be flung all the way over there, sometimes they'll land on that and then be flung back into the lava. So yeah, our main goal is get guys into the lava. So we're going to start off by just laying down a flame wall right in front of the gate. For this first wave, I like to try to make it so that orcs don't get to the spring traps. It's just a little sort of personal challenge. You don't actually have to do it. It does speed things along a little bit, so it does help you get under the par time. Although we don't have a problem getting under the par time, but still. That guy is allergic to flames when he gets hit with an arrow in the head. So yeah, this first wave is all just regular orcs, nothing to be cautious of. So there we can just use the flame bracers. You could have brought the ice amulet to deal with the fire ogres, but you can't use the ice amulet on the frostbats. But guess what? Frostbats hate the fire bracers. So for the start of the second wave, we're pretty much going to do the exact same thing, except now we're going to have some frostbats coming in. So basically just going to lay down a flame wall to deal with some early guys, go over here, and start to zoom in to take out these frostbats. Now we're going to watch to make sure all the guys are falling in the lava. Sometimes they'll land on the stairs on the other side, as I said. I don't think we have to deal with that in this wave. Just happen to get a good, bit of RNG. Oh, nope. There we go. Somehow that guy snuck by, but well-placed headshot we deal with. Oh, and we also have to deal with something else on this wave. I just remembered. So yeah, the thing that's rather annoying about these frostbacks is that they also kind of blend in. Especially on these like blue temple walls. Yeah, and this is what we have to deal with. A guy landed on that platform but did not land on the spring trap that we placed. Of course, we have the wonderful AoE of the flame bracers. Somewhere there's a guy alive.
Done and done.
Or not. So now we have all this money. We really want to get these coiled springs so that we can start fleeing ogres. We have 600 left over, and I'm going to place a spring trap right here. The reason being is sometimes guys will fall to that little bottom area, and you don't want them to get into the rift. Once again, I'll place down a flame wall. It's not super important. On this wave, we have to deal with not only our first ogre, but also, see them over there? Sappers. Now, as always, you want to try to use the sappers to kill other enemies. I do not do a good job of it. You can also sort of use the wind belt to make them act sort of like a boom barrel, but it doesn't quite work all the time.
Good times. Good times.
Since they are runners, they don't always get thrown by the spring traps. Generally, you have to, and there you see the wonderful Rube Goldberg-esque thing with the dual spring traps. But yeah, generally with runners, flinging runners with spring traps, you have to put a tar in front of them, which we will be doing soon. Not up there, but down over here. We're going to get our setup over here to deal with the other door. I like to use this sort of checkerboard pattern and place tar in between. Now through this bottom door, all we have is runners coming through there. I think, and sappers. And they all got killed by the flame wall. So we do have to be careful because those sappers will sneak up. One thing that's annoying about this level, well, not really annoying, but can be kind of disorienting, is where I'm standing, you'll actually, oops, accidentally, premature flame wall there, but you'll actually hear the guys from above you, and it makes it sound like they're coming out from that bottom gate when they're not. So to deal with these gnolls, we're going to sort of wind belt them over and over until they get flung into the lava. There you can see the tar and the spring trap combination. Now, we have a ton of coins swimming over in that lava. And I really want to go grab those coins with our wind belt. But first we're going to get more tar down here. Get a couple more spring traps. Now we're going to run down and grab those coins. It's not super reliable, but you can sometimes do it. And that will really help, boost your economy. So now that, like, I thought those guys were coming out of the lower gate, but no, that sound is from the up above. Well, right now, we don't really have anything to deal with these flyers. We don't have any traps set up. All we have is our flame bracers and our crossbow. And as you'll see in the other video, the bonus video this week, that when you don't have traps to deal with flyers, they can get pretty far. And these guys are going to get into the rift room, but they won't get into the rift. The rift in this rift room is a little weird because you have to go pretty far back to actually get the charge. I think we got all the guys there. So, why don't we get something down to help deal with flyers? That's these ballista. Ballista, on this level, at least in this setup, do some pretty funky things with the spring traps, but It's fine. Now we could put arrow walls up along here to deal with flyers, but it's not really consistent. Like, it's hard to put them at the right level so that they'll actually hit the flyers. You could also do that on that far staircase there, on the side of that far staircase, but I would rather just spend the money on the ballista. And you can see the ogres are completely irrelevant. Might as well go down and collect our coins, because I believe they actually drop 300 coins. It's a weird phrase. But yeah, let's see, I think that was about 3 or 4 ogres so far. Unfortunately, those coins all the way back by the wall are not going to be able to be attained with the wind belt. I think it's just not quite the right range, and getting into the right range is not worth it. So we got all this money. Why don't we put down a bunch of push traps?
For you, one for
Don't remember if I put push traps up top. I'm gonna put that arrow wall there. I don't think it ever gets triggered. Now we have a fire ogre coming through here. Oh no! Whatever will we do? We'll be fine. So gets knocked over by the push wall, and then flung by the spring trap right into the lava. There goes 2 more. Not sure if you heard that scream, but that's the sound of a frostbat dying, and that one gets very, very close because we don't quite have enough ballista yet. And you almost saw him freeze me. It is very hard to dodge their shots once they shoot them too. So you know what we need? More ballista. Not sure what the plural of ballista is. Ballistas? Ballistae? I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So you're not going to see it in this video, but sometimes what ballistas will do is they are a slight physics trap, like the arrow wall, so they will push guys. And the way that I have it set up, the ballista will sometimes hit a guy who's been sprung by one of these spring traps or push walls, and get pushed back onto the platform to only get flung by one of the other push walls or spring traps. So yeah. Now what we're going to do is start putting spring traps to throw them back over by those arrow walls. That'll basically just keep guys going through that area. Where those spring traps are, you don't want to put them towards the lava because they might throw them down onto the bottom pit or onto that other platform, and it's not good. I guess it's actually cleared by the platform, but they could actually get thrown all the way by the rift room, and you absolutely don't want that. So there you see the push trap, push these guys down here, so I'm going to set up a couple of spring traps, and we're going to have to sell that one because it's not lined up. Eventually we'll get a couple of spring traps down there. In fact, why don't we do that right now? We only have enough money for one, but it'll do. Now we have more money. And we get to sell that other spring trap and replace it. Not that we really need to, but you know, you gotta be attentive about where the traps are. And we might have, well, collect a whole bunch of coins, or accidentally put down a flame wall. Whatever. There's a lot of money sitting in there, but we can't get it easily. And yeah, I think you can see why this is one of my favorite levels, just because you're just flinging guys all around, and it's wonderful. Now, let's see if these ballista actually hit these flyers, and no, for some reason they decided not to shoot them. It's weird. And I think like ballista even have like a piercing quality? Because I swear I've seen one ballista take out 2 guys. It wouldn't surprise me considering that the large ballista have that piercing quality. In the later games, ballista do not have that quality, or at least they don't in Orcs Must Die Unchained. It is super. So yeah, you see there, I swear that that ballista pierced 2 of those frostbats. And we have another break. This, of course, is the last break of the level. Got 4,000 coin. What to do with 4,000 coin? Place a couple more spring traps down here. They'll never get down there, but, you know, just in case. Probably use a couple more shock sappers. Shock sappers are also really great against these flyers, but trying to get them in the right spot where they'll actually do damage to the flyers is a little tricky. Can't tell if that runner's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Don't know why those guys are triggering. I also forgot to put down some brimstone, so we should probably get some brimstone, and oh boy, we gotta deal with these flyers. I guess we just don't have enough ballistas, huh? Oh, that was nice. I don't know what's going on with those 2 guys. They're just bouncing around like crazy. Sometimes I can't quite get them. Alright. Is level, or rather is wave 11. Why don't we get 2 more ballista down? Or even 3 more. We just got another 1,000. So yeah, I've really come around to the ballista. You know, originally they just seemed like a completely useless trap, almost like the steam trap, but they're actually pretty good in this game. They're very situational, but when you can use them, they're really good. Now, unlike in Orcs Must Die 2, ballista in this game don't count towards your guardian limit, so that's another unique benefit of them. In the second game, they actually do count towards your guardian limit, so oh well. Got 3,000 coin. Now we'll have even more once we pick up these coins here. 4,000. I probably should have just not really worried about, you know, buying more traps, because we're really not going to need any more. We got this all. We got this all secure. But just for fun, just for the sake of overdoing it, might as well spend all of our money on ballista. And why not get one over here too? Now we can just sit back and watch things being thrown into lava. Guys, ragdoll. Gnolls are coming in, but I don't even think we'll notice them. Yeah, I think there was one just falling out of the corner. Here comes another one. Where'd you go? I think he got pushed. Don't know why I'm sitting back with the wind belt. I can't throw the ogre. Anyway, might as well go pick up this penny. This coin. Why did I call it a penny? And here's a unique little bug. that guy down there, he doesn't quite have full health, but for some reason he wasn't standing up. I don't know. Whatever. That's this level. Of course, we got 5 skulls. Got a relatively respectable score. Not my best. Came a little closer to the Partome than I would have liked. That's alright. Still did not beat my top score. So yeah, I've been DW. Thank you for watching.